BBC World Service. Today, the first men skied down Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world, without a break. This was Davor Karničar, a Slovenian.
Slovenia lies where the Eastern Alps overlook the Pannonian lowlands, where Europe meets the Adriatic Sea, where Mediterranean and Central European temperaments converge, and where the cultures of North, South, East and West connect. It is green, has a diverse landscape, with an unspoiled natural environment, including many rivers and lakes, and many idyllic medieval castles and cities, which blend in with the modern landscape. This is a modern European state between Venice and Vienna at the crossroads of historical roots. If culture contains a spiritual spark, evidence of human existence, then one of the oldest flames was lit precisely at the coordinates of present-day Slovenia. A flute made from cave bear bone, found in the so-called Divje Babe caves, is the oldest known musical instrument in the world. Playing and making music after dinner is a truly cultural activity, symbolizing the musicality of the people. The oldest wheel, some 5,000 years old, in fact was found in the Ljubljana marshes. The perseverance, industry and inventiveness of the Slovenians are all characteristics essential for overcoming problems arising during the four seasons. This is why the inhabitants of the Bloke plateau invented skis, and ski jumps of over 230 meters were first made at the ski jumping center Planica. It was not enough merely to overcome problems during the winter months. It was also necessary to drive them away once a year. The Kurents have been doing this for centuries, inspiring many artistic images. They also feature on other national distinctions: hay and corn racks, the Canelian bee, or elegant Idrian lace. Slovenians have preserved their heritage with great care. Having knowledge, the sciences and the vivacious spirit were distinctive of the mathematician Juri Vega, whose logarithmic tables are still used today. And almost everything that floats on water and propeller was invented by the forester Josef Ressel. The book The Problem of Space Travel by Hermann Potočnik Nordung is still mandatory reading for all American astronauts. The Lipizzaner, whose name originates from the karst region of Lipica, is one of the oldest horse breeds in Europe. Elegant and moving with great pride, it has a spotless white coat and is the pride of the Imperial Spanish Riding School in Vienna. The karst has lent its name to all similar phenomena around the world. Its mystic beauty is clearly seen in Lake Cirknica, where they harvest wheat, paddle canoes and fish all in the same place. Even more, the most sensitive beings in Slovenia's ecosystem live deep beneath the earth in a fairy-like world of the karst caves. It has an intriguing name, the human fish. The Slovenians are stubborn about issues regarding human and civil rights. The statute book of the Corinthian princes is said to have been an inspiration for the American Constitution and Declaration of Independence. The right of individuals and nations to lead free and independent lives is exactly what the Slovenian national anthem is about. A description of Ljubljana in Paris' Le Figaro, which stated that symphony concerts are better attended than football matches, certainly proves that culture is truly a foundation of Slovenian identity. And there are more than 10,000 performances and 28 international festivals every year. We like to boast that there is no statue of a war hero in the town square, but instead a statue of the poet, France Prešern. Why is a nation of 2 million so interested in culture? Perhaps because long before becoming an independent state, we already had our own language and culture. We can already find the first written Slovenian words in a sermon from the 10th century. For the Slovenians, reading in the Slovenian language was about worshipping God. This also includes Ivan Cankar, the most skillful writer to use the Slovenian word. This is why they trusted the greatest Slovenian architect, Jože Plečnik, with the creation of the National University Library. He was a leading architect of European modernism, leaving his creative signature on Vienna, radically denoting the image of Prague and changing Ljubljana into a recognizably European capital. Luxurious church altars show evidence of the artistry of its creators. Bold brushstrokes by Slovenian impressionists continue to astound us, such as the works of Ivana Kobilca. Secessionist architecture in the city convinces us of the longevity beauty can have. Contemporary graphic artists from around the world showcase their achievements at the Graphic Biennale in Ljubljana. Each piece from each era testifies to its period, its actuality and heritage for its future. Today, Slovenian fine arts look back to the Venetian Biennale and are shown in leading European galleries. Furthermore, Slovenian film producers receive the highest honors at the world film festivals. Slovenia has a special cultural ministry and ensures that there is a budget for it to help artists in its small but demanding market. Accessibility to such top-level creations as an amateur occupation is integrated into the foundations of Slovenian cultural policies. This is why joining the European Union has been easier. Instead of a fear after preservation, expectations to enrich the cultural identity have prevailed. The same will happen when the great Slovenian artists like Prešern, Cankar, Plečnik and Kobilca are removed from daily circulation to a safe place, the hearts of people. Holidays are the desire to experience something undreamt of and something stimulating. Slovenia is alive with natural, cultural and ethnological diversity and is like no other place on earth. If you are an adrenaline buff or someone who enjoys the untouched natural, if your happiness is mobile and vibrant like the Soča trout, which has a unique color, and if you like whirlpool waters, then come to Slovenia. If you want the greenery of the virgin forest or the whiteness of the snow-capped slopes in the same day, and see all this before the sun sets somewhere in the direction of Venice, exchange your skis for a jet ski and enjoy the azure waters of the Adriatic Sea with its impressive Mediterranean towns. If you are attracted by the magnificent mysticism of underground caves, covered by an eternity of soluble limestone veils and lace that beautifies them, then the Postojna cave is for you. Its beauty is unique, and it has a unique railway network.
Oh. Hi. Look at this. What do you think? That looks great, doesn't it? What do you think?
If holidaymaking for you means pampering your body and spirit, if being healthy, feeling good and physical appearance are important values to you, then cross the threshold into Slovenia, a thermal country where health goes hand in hand with modernity. For everyone whose holidays are actually work, knowledge and business, Slovenia is a crossroads of new business experiences with every comfort and modern convenience you may require. If you like to win, then playing golf on a course with a view, that is not just a journey from hole to hole, or you enjoy the American-style casino atmosphere, then Slovenia is an absolute win for you. If you are interested in what dreams are made of and how many times you have to row to get from a dream to reality, then come to Bled. Poets called it an image of paradise, and the wishing well on the island, which is in the middle of the lake, still makes secret wishes come true today. Sometimes the present is the past, with everything that is most noble, with everything that is in children's fairy tales, where knights still fight for their young damsels. One of the foundations of Slovene identity is being well organized and having a general concern for the cultural landscape. That is why it is no wonder that Slovenian cities are winning prizes for the best-kept European city in the Entente Florale. Don't worry, only ancient rafts float past ancient cities. Holidays never do. We hope that your stay in Slovenia is better than you expected. Thanks to its robust macroeconomic performance, Slovenia is a synonym for a prosperous country with developed economy and advanced technology, at the crossroads of the trade and transport routes. Blessed by natural beauties, Slovenia builds on its history and tradition combined with entrepreneurial spirit. It's a democratic, politically stable and safe country and a member of the European Union from May 1st, 2004. Quality is a Slovenian trademark. Slovenian companies take pride in their corporate culture, high business ethics and flexibility. The Slovenian Chamber of Commerce and Industry provides information, advice and links to help you turn your business potential into success. As a one-stop resource for your first contact with the Slovenian economy, the Chamber will arrange meetings with potential business partners. Slovenia has another competitive advantage, its people. Workforce is well educated and highly skilled. Language and computer skills are strong, professional ethics and loyalty match Western values. 16% of the workforce has university and 62% secondary education, and there is a strong link between the corporate sector and universities. Scientific and research institutes are internationally known. Slovenia is well situated to serve markets of Central, East and Southeastern Europe. It has all the attributes of a trade, distribution and logistics hub. Slovenian people share their land with other peoples and lived in different political systems, useful when dealing with Southeastern Europe. Slovenia's vicinity to the key EU markets is not the only reason why almost 3/4 of its exports go there. Modern transport infrastructure and 2 European transport corridors intersect at Ljubljana. International airports, telecom infrastructure and less than 100 inhabitants per square kilometer mean that traffic jams are rare and the information highway is extensive. In Slovenia, business and pleasure go hand in hand. Business travelers soon come back as visitors and many holidaymakers decide to relocate to Slovenia. There is so much to see and enjoy, and so many national dishes and superb wines to taste. These faces of Slovenia create a vibrant business environment. Slovenians are resourceful and innovative. The number of innovations per employee is high, and market-oriented R&D projects help strengthen competitiveness. Slovenia participates in EU projects aimed at industrial cooperation. It has industrial clusters and strong networking, just like in other developed economies. Slovenia boasts a couple of 100 years of industrial tradition. Manufacturing industries grew fast in the 70s and the 80s of the last century, when metal processing, wood processing, paper, textile and footwear industries were strong. In the early 90s, capital-intense industries gained momentum as demand for modern technologies and knowledge grew strong. Electrical industry, chemical and pharmaceutical industry with IT came to the forefront. Together with car component manufacturers, they have a key role in Slovenia's economy and post strong export figures. The service sector grows fast and accounts for 60% of value added in GDP. The Slovenian economy is experiencing a long period of prosperity and growth. The quality of life feeds on economic and political stability, the working environment is pleasant, and opportunities are abundant. We know these things for a fact, and we invite you to share in Slovenia's performance in the EU and beyond. There are many covered markets in Slovenia where all types of produce are sold, both imported and homegrown. This also includes the variety of biological life, the diversity of the landscape and climate in Slovenia, with so many different culturally distinct regions in the middle of forest, which cover more than half of Slovenia. Here there are bears, wolves and lynxes, species already extinct in most of Europe. The brown bear population is one of the healthiest in Europe. Slovenia offers the opportunity to photograph wild animals in their natural environment. There are also some dog Slovenian breeds, including Istrian, Posavski and the Slovenian Alpine Hound. Slovenian lakes and rivers are teeming with fish and a great enticement to anglers. Slovenia has a quite unfavorable natural conditions for farming, as 3/4 of all farmland lies in high mountain ranges, hills or karst regions. This is why most farms are small, almost 60% being between 1 to 5 hectares. This is also why only 5% of the people work in agriculture, and farming contributes only 3% to GDP. The most important branch is stock breeding. Slovenia is otherwise a net importer of food: vegetables, fruits, cereals, cereal foods, meat and meat products being imported the most. Beverages, alcoholic beverages, vinegar, meat and dairy products are the most important exports. Slovenia's landscape is an extremely diverse habitat and has the most diverse flora and fauna in Europe, with a relatively high preservation of natural resources. Agricultural policies are aimed at increasing agricultural development in regions where farming is difficult, environmentally friendly cultivation, a restructuring of farming and the food industry, and complete development of rural regions. The aim is to maintain the population in these areas and the traditional rural regions and environments. We are encouraging the preservation and development of the natural, historical and cultural heritage with programs to ensure opportunities for rural development, which should serve as a potential for the development of tourism. A stay in the countryside provides an escape from everyday life in a natural environment where you can experience working on a farm or more relaxing activities. Afterwards, a walk along an idyllic wine route to taste the excellent Slovenian wines offers a chance to enjoy the diversity of Slovenian regions. We do not only harvest wheat in Slovenia, we also harvest salt in the traditional way, a rarity these days. The tradition of alpine dairy farming is a part of the distinctive, idyllic mountainous cultural landscape, yielding homemade products, which you can try in a friendly shepherd's lodging. Cheese making is a traditional art of Slovenian mountains communities. Besides exceptional sheep, goat and cow's milk cheese, there is also a cheese made from a mixture of 2 or 3 of them. The trademark of the product ensures that it really is of a high quality and shows that the product is made according to traditional methods, reflecting the regional specialties, originality and inherited skills of their producers. Slovenian domestic animals are an important component of our natural and cultural heritage. Throughout the centuries, they have been shaped by our environment. Besides local sheep, cattle, poultry and pig breeds, the Lipizzaner horse is particularly famous as its origins are attributed to the horse breeding center in Lipica in the Karst region. And there is the Carnelian bee, which is the second most widespread bee in the world. Slovenian beekeeping has a long enjoyed and an excellent reputation in Europe and the world. The Slovenian countryside is also a treasury of traditional costumes, customs, dance and song, along with a gallery of unique handicrafts bearing the stamp of the region and people who made them. Besides all this, the Slovenian countryside also offers something that cannot be counted or measured. This is the hospitality of the people. Foreign business persons can get information and advice from 2 specialized Slovenian institutions. The Slovenian Chamber of Commerce and Industry will help you make your first contact with the local business community. It's a reliable information source and its services and support meet the needs of corporate entities. Information Highway is available, but you may prefer a face-to-face chat to learn about Slovenian business environment. You can post your offer in the Business Opportunities Exchange system, find reviews of current economic developments, trend analysis and forecasts, and get information about industries and regions. Slovenian Agency for Trade and Investment Promotion, d.o.o, works hand in hand with the Chamber. It's the initial point of contact for investors offering a wide range of services free of charge. Information about Slovenia's legislative framework, taxation, financial grants and incentives, and information about local suppliers and industrial sites. A team of professionals will organize a fact-finding visit for potential foreign investors and help investors to get in touch with the right people in administration and the industry. d.o.o staff will be there for you to jumpstart your project and later. Economic promotion services are among the key areas of focus. The Chamber organizes participation in international trade fairs, trade and buyer missions, matchmaking and seminars. Consulting services comprise market legislation, corporate law, industrial relation, financial and accounting regulations and much more. The Chamber releases economic information and business news in brochures, catalogues, leaflets, CD-ROMs and on websites. The Chamber's Standing Court of Arbitration provides dispute resolution services for domestic and foreign entities who cannot reach amicable settlement. The Chamber's Court of Honor has a public mandate to make sure that best business practice is in place. Mutual satisfaction is at the heart of fruitful business partnership. Slovenia has in place all benefits that add value to your business. The proverb about health being our greatest wealth and feeling good about oneself is one's best companion is becoming truer than ever before and making more sense these days. Slovenia is a rich land with many opportunities to invigorate the body and soul, and this can be done in many of the natural spas, which are as diverse as the Slovenian landscape, from the plains of Prekmurje over the alpine peaks all the way to the sea. There is something for everyone. Various types of baths, the opportunity to drink healthy water, chances to invigorate your health and vitality, and simply relax. There is meditation, yoga, Thai massage, aromatherapy, and all the secrets of Ayurvedic medicine for those who wish to experience the medical approaches of other cultures. All this can be achieved at modern thermal spas and health centers. This is only a small part of the fundamentals. The essentials are hidden from the eye. However, you can feel a new, healthy, strong elixir when you arrive, and you will feel it even more when you leave. A game is the creativity of the untamed spirit, which is a worldly creation, and it is only luck even if you might not ever have it each time or in each place. We can guarantee luck when you step into a Slovenian casino, not only because of the gambling in the sparkling American-style casinos or because of the uplifting atmosphere with the glamour of the roulette wheels on other classic games, but also because of the sheer pleasure one enjoys after staying and enjoying the performances of international musicians, cultural performances, exquisite cuisine and fascinating wines. Visiting a Slovenian casino is an experience that deserves attention for more than one day. After a tiring experience, a well-deserved rest follows, which will definitely be needed for activities the day after and, of course, for new luck. In today's hectic world, seeking some peace and quiet to get away from it all is actually a desire to get in touch with our true nature. There is a desire to touch the soil with our own hands and feel connected with a long chain of our ancestors. You will easily find the lost paradise in the Slovenian countryside, in the heart of an unspoiled environment. You will never be only a number in a crowd of tourists, but you will sit alongside the house owners at the same table. You may become familiar with life on the farm through the 4 seasons. Activities range from haymaking to harvesting, wheat to picking hops and grapes. Your children will have the opportunity to come into contact with domestic animals, who they might only be familiar with from picture books. You can also become familiar with the protected types of flora and fauna, or even pick medicinal herbs. The Slovenian countryside consciously preserves and lives with a rich cultural and ethnological heritage. There are still old cottage industries, and you can still see the distinctive architecture of each region, very diverse rural architecture as well. Tourist farms also offer various sporting activities. You can go cycling, mountain climbing, hunting and fishing, skiing, horseback riding, or visit a spa. Slovenia is graced with cultural variation, and whatever you desire is not far away. You can be part of the high standard of culture, including the countryside ethnological and traditional performances, which have already been taking place for centuries. After all this, you will be presented with a variety of excellent homemade Slovenian cuisine, prepared with local products. You can also stay at a primarily ecologically oriented farm. Slovenian tourism in the countryside offers you comfortable lodgings and attractive prices. Those who go to the countryside for a shorter trip want a good home-cooked meal, or who would like to surprise their friends by having a celebration in a friendly environment are invited to try the countryside lodgings customized for excursions. They are open at the end of the week, but if you make a reservation, you will be welcome anytime. If you are a wine connoisseur, and love vineyards, then you can take a tourist lodging in the countryside in a wine-producing region, where you will be able to participate in this activity and celebrate St. Martin's Day, the traditional Slovenian holiday for wine producers. Wherever you may be, you can try the best wines on one of the many wine routes.
Dear colleague, I can't forget our Congress in Slovenia. It was a great success from the organizational and technical side of things. I was especially pleased with the people who combined the precision of the North with the directness and friendliness of the Mediterranean. I had a wonderful time at the concerts, the folk performances, and above all, on the trips through the picturesque landscape. I especially remember when, in the midst of all the beautiful things that had happened, in a dreamy state of mind, I forgot what was on the agenda for that day. Luckily, everyone speaks at least one foreign language, something you don't find everywhere. And at the last minute, I was able to make it to the gala dinner. I have no idea why I have so many of your pens in my purse. I'll return them when we meet again. I hope that will be in Slovenia. Take care and cheers.
Slovenia is ready to join the club of developed countries where innovative companies give economy its cutting edge. Technological development and innovations, human resources and proactive internationalization make transition possible. Diligence is widely associated with Slovenian people. To be accomplished in a variety of fields is an advantage, but to have professional qualifications is seen as essential. It's hardly surprising that the educational structure in Slovenia is at the level of rich countries. Well-educated population is a key to a competitive economy. High value added in both manufacturing and service industries can only be achieved if there is a critical mass of knowledge and high-tech, so learning for growth is the mantra of our business persons. There are 36 students and 3 postgraduate students per 1,000 inhabitants enrolled in 3 universities and many colleges. Educational institutions collaborate with specialized research institutions and focus their research on the needs of the economy. The educational system serves the needs of the economy through vocational schools and polytechnics, where students acquire general education and specific knowledge and skills. Most Slovenians speak at least one foreign language, and language schools are busy year-round. Companies encourage staff to brush up on their language skills on a regular basis. Slovenians are technically minded, and a visit to the Slovenian Technical Museum in Bistra will demonstrate how love for technical culture takes the shape of technical breakthroughs. Innovative spirit and ingenious technical solutions are the qualities often found in Slovenian workforce. Take Revoz, a manufacturer of Renault cars. The percentage of proposals made by staff and implemented is 70%. Small wonder that the Renault factory from Novo Mesto is the second best in terms of productivity. Slovenian people make the top notch when it comes to practical innovations, as global comparisons show. Many companies win prestigious international awards for technological solutions and innovative products. Slovenia takes part in international research projects, and its researchers have a sound track record in a number of European initiatives. It all started in former Yugoslavia with initiatives and programs such as Eureka and COST. Now, the Slovenian organizations have some 350 projects within the scope of the 5th EU Framework Programme of Scientific, Research and Technological and Development Activities of the EU. On average, the projects from Slovenia are endorsed in 30% of cases. In the Framework Programme for 2002 to 2006, over 14% of all applications came from Slovenia. Integrated projects and networks of excellence are concepts followed both in traditional and advanced technology applications. There will be more strategic alliances in the future between Slovenian companies and their EU counterparts for the promotion of industrial cooperation in market-oriented R&D projects. Slovenian companies are focusing on full-scope management of business and production processes and use tools such as business excellence, balanced scorecard, ISO standards, 20 keys, etc. Slovenia has a well-educated and highly productive workforce. Local companies make reliable partners in advanced manufacturing projects or internationally traded services sectors. A prime position at the intersection of trade and transport routes gives Slovenia a cutting edge and explains its historical, cultural and economic profile, the key elements of its national economy. Slovenia is well connected with southeastern and central Europe by means of state-of-the-art transport and IT infrastructure. Thanks to its position and economic links with its neighbors, Slovenian managers, salespersons and field engineers know the markets in the region like the palm of their hand. They speak the language, they are familiar with legislation, and there are no cross-cultural barriers for them. These skills have helped Slovenian companies to be successful exporters. 60% of the country's GDP is generated by exports. Slovenia's key trading partners are the EU member states, and advanced technology products made in conformity with international standards have been exported for many decades. Slovenian companies make the top notch as suppliers of automotive components to the leading car manufacturers in Europe and around the world, such as BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Renault, PSA, Toyota, Daimler Chrysler. Slovenian suppliers are best known on the business-to-business market, although there are several household names on the business-to-customer market. Slovenia is a traditional exporter to the new EU member states and the Russian Federation. Consumer products from Slovenia are very popular on these markets. Pharmaceutical, chemical and rubber industries and telecommunications head the list of bestsellers. The share of the Slovenian construction companies is also high. Many Slovenian companies have cross-border operations. Excellent knowledge of the regional markets is not surprising. Slovenia was a part of the Yugoslav Federation, and knowing the Balkan languages, business culture and mentality is taken for granted. Slovenian pharmaceutical products, consumer products and services are a yardstick for quality. Slovenian outward investments are often ahead of investors from West Europe, as exporters secure their position in cross-border markets by setting up operations in southeastern Europe. Slovenia has all the attributes of a great location for manufacturing operations, business service and logistics. Investor confidence is high. In terms of FDI value per inhabitant, Slovenia exceeds new member states. Many foreign companies are operating in the region through Slovenian subsidiaries. Renault Revoz, Sava Goodyear, Henkel Zlatorog, Lik Novartis, etc. Slovenia is a wine-producing country. The Celts cultivated vines on the rolling hills 2,400 years ago. The Romans then fertilized them and expanded winemaking. The oldest known wine, 450 years old, grows in Maribor, besides the river Drava. The wine-producing region of Podravje, one of the 3 regions of Slovenia, is renowned for northern wines. So they are acid and fresh, with an overtone of unfermented sugar. They continue to excite wine connoisseurs with top-quality wines. For special enjoyment, there are wines from the late harvest to ice wines, and at the top there is a selection of dry berries. The vineyards between Jerusalem and Ormož are among the 2% of the best vineyard locations in the world. ancient Ptui, settled since Roman times, boast the oldest archived cellar and archived golden wine since 1917. There is also a wine called Cviček from the Posavia region, produced only in the Dolenska wine-producing region, which uses red and white grapes as a light red color with a pleasant acidity level and low alcohol content. Teran wine originates from the Primorska region and is made with Refošk grapes grown in a distinctive red soil in the karst climate, where Mediterranean and continental influences converge. The wine is dark cherry red and scintillating. It is richly acid, full-bodied and fresh. In the karst region, it is served with a local prosciutto, which is cured in the north wind. Two local Slovenian varieties can be found in the Vipava Valley, Pinela and Zelen or green. Rebula is widespread in the Goriška Brda region. We pass from cellar to cellar in all three regions through the vineyards in this marvelous cultural haven along the historical and natural wonders of the wine route. Along them you can try the uniqueness and variety of the wines, and you will agree with the connoisseurs who proclaim Slovenia an interesting wine producer. And good wine is complemented with good cuisine. Just as the Slovenian landscape is diverse, so is the food. With over 1,200 Slovenian traditional recipes, the country has a rich culinary tradition. There are over 100 different soups and countless meat dishes, especially pork and sausage preparations. Each region in Slovenia has different types of bread. The queen of Slovenian cookery is prekmurska gibanica, made with poppy, apples, cottage cheese and walnuts. It is just as delicious as potica, a rich walnut roll made from leavened dough. Besides experiencing all the natural and culinary delights, step out into the open for the first time and enjoy nature at its finest.